Okay, this video is on calculating current using charge. So this is part 4. Let's get on this problem. So if 10 coulombs pass through a load and the load absorbs 10,000 joules of energy, what is the voltage across a load? Now here, imagine that it's like this. Like you have some load, and here it's connected to some circuit. Now we want to know, well, what's the voltage across this load? Now we know that we have 10 coulombs constantly passing through it, so we want to know, well, what's the voltage on there? So these are the equations that you're going to use. You're going to use the current is equal to the change in charge divided by the change in time. You're also going to use power, which is power is equal to the voltage times the current. And we're going to use the formula for energy, which is the work, or the energy, is equal to the power multiplied by the time. So now let's get started. So we know that it absorbs 10,000 joules of energy. So we know that the work is equal to 10,000 kilojoules of energy. We also know that work is equal to the power multiplied by the time. We also know that power can be replaced by the voltage and the current. So we could say the voltage multiplied by the current multiplied by the time. And again, here we have current, and current can also be replaced by this formula right here. Now if we say that the time starts at time 0 and the charge starts initially at charge 0, then the current can be rewritten as the current is equal to the charge divided by time. And then at that point we could just substitute this in for current right here. Let me scroll down a bit. So we could say ultimately that the energy is equal to the voltage times the charge divided by the time multiplied by the time again, and then the time cancels out, so it's just going to be equal to the voltage multiplied by the charge. Now since we have it at this form, now we can just rewrite that. Instead of saying that the energy is equal to the voltage times the oops, let me get rid of that one, multiplied by the charge, we could, and since we want voltage, we'll just rewrite this and say, well, the voltage is equal to the energy divided by the charge. And then at this point we just go back and get the information in here. So the energy was 10,000 joules, so let's write that down. So 10 kilojoules divided by, and then the charge, which was 10 coulombs, so 10 coulombs. And so 10,000 divided by 10 is just going to be equal to 1 volt. 1 volt, because joules divided by coulombs will give you volts. Okay, so now let's go on to the next problem. Now in this one we have a chart right here, and then you're just going to solve for current. So looking at this, I want you to solve for current. So down here you have time, and over here you have the charge. And this line represents the current, because charge divided by time will give you the current. So in this one, what you could say is that the current is equal to the change in charge divided by the change in time. And here we have the charge, which starts at 10, or it starts at 5 and it goes to 10. So Q1 or Q2, and this is Q2 minus Q1 over T2 minus T1. And so Q1 and T1, let's see, Q1 is going to be 5 coulombs, and Q2 is going to be 10 coulombs, so let's write that down. We're going to say Q2 is 10 coulombs minus 5 coulombs, and then time's going to be, T2 is going to be 5 seconds. Sloppy. And then T1 is going to be 0 seconds, so 0 seconds. So that's going to be 10 minus 5 is 5. divided by 5, and that's going to give you 1 amp. Alright, that's how you solve that problem. So I hope you guys enjoyed these videos, and I hope it helped you out, and good luck in your classes.